Hello there and good morning. Now, it seems that the EU27 member states aren't happy just to sign off any Brexit deal the EU Commission puts to them. Just as there was talk of a deal in the pipeline, EU27 ambassadors have told the EU Commission that they would need to scrutinise any deal prior to them agreeing to it. This has thrown a king-size spanner into the timetable and left Olly Robbins scurrying over to Brussels tomorrow to try and help sort it out. Up until now, of course, we've been told that the EU27 were as one, united behind Michel Barnier in getting a good deal. Well, now that a deal is staring them in the face, and they don't quite know all the details, individual member states are getting a bit twitched. Because it may work out that it works well for the EU27 as a whole as far as the EU Commission is concerned, but maybe not for their individual countries and the people that live in those individual countries. Now, the EU Commission Deputy to Michel Barnier, Sabine Weyard, has been told by representatives of the EU27, including France and Germany, that they need 72 hours to scrutinise the deal and that they would not just rubber stamp it. They are also concerned that the UK will be given some sort of freebie by not having to sign up to all the freedoms and not having to open up our fishing waters to EU27 all-comers, etc. And things have not been helped by this so-called tunnel procedure that has now been entered into, where nation-states have very limited access. Now, under Article 50 of the Lisbon Treaty, the agreement shall be concluded on behalf of the Union by the Council, acting by a qualified majority after obtaining the consent of the European Parliament. So if the European Parliament, the EU Parliament as I like to call it, votes it through, then the EU Council will vote on it using the qualified majority voting system. That means that as long as 55% of the EU27 member states representing 65% of the EU27 member state population agree, then it goes through. So no state has a veto. You could be very, very unhappy as a single lone country, but you'd still have to abide by it. But to stop the whole procedure takes what's called a blocking minority of 4 member states representing 35% of EU population numbers. Abstentions count as a vote against. Now, all those private, individual member state worries and concerns that they have tried to keep hidden to show a public face of unanimity while they drove their hard bargain could now start emerging. It's quite surprising, but not ultimately unexpected to those close to the talks, I would have thought. An interesting couple of days coming up, I think. So, please let us all know what you think by leaving a comment below, and thank you for watching.